Hi, this is Robin, and this video is about the idea of hope. It's for anyone and everyone. I want to share a story. A few years back, when my husband was first diagnosed with BV-FTD, and life fell apart around me, and it was tough. There was a particular Saturday that I felt hopeless, and I used the word hopeless over and over and over. By the end of the day, I had this huge awareness around the fact that that word was used often in my day. And I thought to myself, man, I am really stuck in this place of hopelessness. I need to get out of here. Well, pretty soon the phone rang, and it was my friend Deb, who has a shop in Peoria, Illinois called Relics. And if you haven't been, you should go because it's an amazing little shop. Deb was in a bind and needed someone to work the next day, Sunday, and asked me if I'd do it. Well, I graciously, being a good friend, and also knowing that I was hopeless, what else did I have to do? I accepted her offer, and the next day woke up, went to the shop to work. Walking into the shop immediately made me feel a bit better because her shop does that. But pretty soon I was standing behind the counter and a little girl and her mom walk in the front door. The little girl was cute as a button. She was full of energy. Her hair was kinky and she had sparkles on, I remember. She had like a tutu type skirt and tennis shoes. She was just cute as can be. Her energy was so big, and you could feel it actually before she walked in the door. It was that big. But she came in and she started bopping around, and she would go to a table and pick up an object and say, "Look how cool this is, Mom." And her mom would say, like any mom, "Honey, put it down. Doesn't belong to you." She'd go to the next table and say, "Look at this. This is the coolest thing ever." And her mom again, "Honey, put it down." Pretty soon the little girl made her way to the counter where I was at. And she looked at me and said, "Hi, what's your name?" And I said, "My name's Robin." I go, "What's your name?" And she looks at me with these big eyes and says, "My name is Hope." Immediately, I got chills. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that that little girl walked into that store that day to remind me that there was hope all around. I had no doubt. I looked at her and I said, "Hope, I have been waiting for you all day." She looks at me with this big smile and just says, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, I have." And I thanked her for coming in. And we had a little bit more of a conversation, and the mom and she left. Pretty soon, two women walk in, and they're kind of grumbling about some topic. I don't remember what it was. And they come to the counter, and I felt compelled to share the story of the little girl named Hope and my hopelessness before that. I shared the story. They both said they got goosebumps. They left. I didn't know who they were, but 20 minutes later, one of them walks back in. I look at her as she walks in and I said, "Did you forget something?" And she said, "No." She said, "I found something and I couldn't not buy it for you." And I said, "You bought me something?" She said, "Yeah." So she gives me this gift bag. I open it up, and inside is a bracelet with the word hope on it. I was so floored. Again, goosebumps. Again, I was like feeling incredibly special. I gave her a hug. I told her thank you. And I realized that my hopelessness walked out the door that day. And I all of a sudden knew that there was hope, and all I had to do was be willing to see it and grab hold of it and accept it. So that's my little story about hope. I hope it helps you. And if you're in need of hope, I hope this gave you hope. So regardless, this is the end of this video. And until the next time I see you, I hope life treats you well. And above all else, just remember to keep your chin up, Buttercup. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Robin Albright signing off.